In 2018, I had an allergic reaction after being out to dinner with my husband. I was at the restaurant and was totally fine. I got home and was totally fine until I wasn't. I began sneezing constantly, and I mean constantly. I could not stop. I decided to hop in the shower thinking that may help, and then while showering, I noticed my entire body was covered in very large hives. I jumped out of the shower and told my husband that we needed to go to the ER, and once we got there, they looked at me, skipped triaging me altogether, and took me right into a room where, within seconds, my entire room was filled with nurses and doctors. I don't really remember most of this, likely because it was so traumatizing and because I wasn't really able to breathe, but my husband told me that it was extremely scary. The doctor ended up telling me that we were very lucky to have gotten to the ER when we did. I was given an epi drip, but that ended up affecting my blood pressure, and so then I was transferred to the ICU to stay overnight. From then on out, I went back to the ER from reactions on 3 more occasions. It took weeks for me to get an appointment with an allergist, and after a couple of months, I finally received a diagnosis: life-threatening allergies to peanuts, tree nuts, and sulfites. Week before my first initial trip to the ER, I genuinely used to eat peanut butter and almond butter from the jar with a spoon. I also used to enjoy several glasses of wine at events and when we were celebrating. These allergies came out of nowhere, and they honestly almost killed me. It's been over 3 years since this happened, and I have never been outside of my house without my EpiPens. I'm petrified of another allergic reaction, to the point that the idea of having something that may have nuts or sulfites in it leads me to a full-blown anxiety attack. Allergies, especially at first when they're new to you, can be really terrifying. I'm just thankful to have a better idea of what's going on, and I know what to do in case of another emergent situation. Also, thank goodness for epinephrine. Since my diagnosis, I have developed and shared hundreds of nut-free recipes on my site. It took a bit to get used to cooking this way, especially since I develop recipes for a living and they always contained almond flour, but I figured it out, and I'm very happy that I get to create allergy-friendly and low-carb recipes for those with and without allergies.